The moon, of course, is effulgent and lights up everything. So the pastimes are unlimited. But this is just a little beam, little taste. Chamatkar means a moonbeam of great wonder and amazement, like that. So there's four pastimes, in fact, described in detail. Like one time, Kutila, the daughter, the sister-in-law of Radharani, Kutila, came out here early in the morning. It was the month of Magh, January, February, very cold. I assume you know how cold it can be here at that time. 0 even. So she came out, it was maybe 5 in the morning, it was still dark. And what did she see? She saw Srimati Radharani and some of her gopi friends going out through the gate, going out. She stopped them and asked, "Where are you going? What are you doing at this time of the day, going outside?" Radharani, in a very transcendentally haughty way, said, "Why are you asking where we're going?" Because Radharani, even though she's married to Abhimanyu, the relationship is not real. It's not serious. In fact, Prabhupada says that Abhimanyu never got close enough to Radharani to even touch her shadow. So that there is no relationship. Actually, it's just official only for the sake of the pastimes. In fact, there's a description that on the day of the wedding, Krishna was out herding the cows, and in the afternoon, Purnamasi came with one big lagdu. And she said, "Here, Krishna, there was a wedding in the village. This is prasad from the wedding. I brought it for you. Here, take it." Krishna said, "Oh, really? A wedding? I didn't know that. Who got married?" Purnamasi said, "Abhimanyu got married." Krishna said, "Oh, really? That's interesting. Who to?" As he was lifting the lagdu to his mouth. Who to? And just as he took a bite, Purnamasi said, "To Radharani." Krishna momentarily was stunned. Then he made a face like, "Ugh." He spat out the lagdu. He said, "This is the worst lagdu I ever tasted." So the relationship, and Radharani feels the same way. I was reading about it a little last night, a little from Gopal Champu. And it's like big tapasya, big austerity. Oh, she's there with her friends. They have their own ladies' quarters. Sometimes Abhimanyu comes in, and when they see him, they all go, "Oh no, it's him again." And Radharani, because she has to do it, she says, "My dear respected husband, how can I serve you?" But she's thinking, "Oh, what a murk. Maha murk." Yeah, he's just a big fool. Because he is, I'm afraid. Anyway, this time, Radharani was going out, and Kutila stopped her. And Radharani said, "I have taken a solemn religious vow that every morning this month, for the benefit of my dear and respected husband, I will take my religious bath in the Yamuna before sunrise." Kutila who understands how Radharani feels about her so-called respected husband. Kutila thought, a likely story. But she didn't stop them, she let them go. But she quickly ran over to Nandagram to find out what Krishna was up to. So she approached some gentleman in the street and said, my dear sir, where is Sri Nandanandan this morning? The gentleman said, Krishna has taken a solemn religious vow. Every day this month, before sunrise, he will take his religious vow in the Yamuna. What a good boy. Dharamatma. So then Kutila knew we have a serious problem. So she ran down to the Yamuna. And fortunately, Radha and Krishna and the gopis, they had a lookout. There was someone like security detail, security watching out for trouble. And this one gopi saw, here comes Kutila. Oh no! She ran back and raised the alarm. Krishna ducked around the corner just a couple of seconds before Kutila burst in on the scene. Now, so Krishna made a getaway very good. However, there is a problem. There's a very serious problem here. A very remarkable problem. And it is a problem in terms of secrecy in any pastimes, even including stealing the butter. How to cover the fact that Krishna has been there even when he has made a getaway. So what is the problem? The problem is Krishna's body is extremely fragrant. Extremely fragrant. And the fragrance remains in the air, maybe for 10 minutes after he has left a place. So everyone knows if Krishna has been there. Everyone knows because of the fragrance. We also have our fragrances. We won't talk about that. But this is different. This is different. So Jatila, she smelt Krishna, the well-known fragrance. And she said, Krishna is nearby. Krishna is somewhere here. Where is he? Now, of course, Krishna, as a Sanskrit word, it has quite a number of meanings. One of them is darkness. Well, actually, she said, Shyam. Shyam is here. He's somewhere here. Shyam, of course, means darkness. Radharani very cleverly said, oh, no, darkness has gone. It's the morning now. And Kutila said, oh, you think you're smart. And then she said, Hari is nearby. Hari can be taken to mean lion. And Radharani and the gopi said, oh, there's a lion nearby. You've warned us. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Sarcastically. So Kutila, she could see she was not going to get very far. And she knew Krishna was by now away. So she just stomped off, just in a huff, angry. Now, Krishna was nearby. Krishna decided to do a very extraordinary thing. He disguised himself as Abhimanyu, the husband. And as Kutila was walking away, he just walked up to her and said, what are you doing here? And she explained, I almost caught your wife with that rascal Krishna. Krishna, disguised as Abhimanyu, said, "Good work. Well done. Good try." And Krishna, disguised as Abhimanyu, said, "You know, I heard the most extraordinary thing this morning I wanted to tell you. I heard that Krishna has disguised himself as me." And I heard that at the time I normally come home every afternoon. So at that time this afternoon, the normal time I come home, I heard he is going to try to come in and take my place and meet with Radha privately. So I have a plan. Abhimanyu said, "I will go to Mathura and alert the king and get the soldiers to come to arrest this boy. Then I will find my wife, and then before he comes disguised as me, I will bring her back into her quarters and stay there with her to protect her. And you go back and make big cow dung balls. And then with our mother Jatila, you get up over the entrance. The entrance was over there, where we came in. You get up there, up on the second or third floor with your big cow dung balls. And when this rascal disguised as me tries to come in, at the normal time I come home, you throw those cow dung balls on his head and smash him. And then you shout at him and you just tell him what you think about him. You just curse him. And he will then try to trick you. You tell him you know who he is. He's Krishna disguised as me. You tell him that. And then he will try to trick you. He will say, no, I am the real Abhimanyu. But then you know he's a big rascal. And then you throw more cow dung. So Jatila thought, good plan. Let's do it. So Krishna disguised as Abhimanyu went away. But actually just went back and had more pastimes with Radharani. And then after a little while, before the real Abhimanyu normally came home, he brought Radharani in. They both went into her private quarters and locked the door from the inside. And Jatila and Kutila made this whole stock of big cow dung balls. They were waiting over the main entrance. And then at the normal time, the real Abhimanyu came home, as usual, as every day. He was opening the door when suddenly, bang! Smash! Crash! He was knocked to the ground, knocked flat by all these huge cow dung balls. He couldn't believe it. What's going on? Lying on the ground, he looked up. It was his mother and sister. And now they're shouting at him, "You rascal! You debauchee, we know who you are. You get out of here. We know you are Krishna." And the real Abhimanyu lying there, dizzy, said, "What? Me? Krishna? I'm not Krishna. I'm Abhimanyu. Look at me." And they said, "We knew you were going to say that." Bang! 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 They knocked him for six, as they say in cricketing circles. I know, India just played Australia. So Abhimanyu was devastated. He just couldn't believe it at all. And there's a nice picture if you look in Nectar of Devotion. Very nice picture. There's Jatila with a broomstick There's Abhimanyu backing away. She's threatening him. There's Krishna disguised as Abhimanyu behind Jatila, encouraging her, yes, beat him. And the gopis are off to the side laughing. So that happened here in Yavat. So anyway, Abhimanyu, he thought, my mother and sister, they've been possessed by ghosts. I'm going to Mathura to get an exorcist. And he left. And Krishna, disguised as Abhimanyu, congratulated Jatila and Kutila and said, I'd better take Radharani into her private quarters and lock the door from the inside again in case he comes back. So there are many pastimes. There are many pastimes. Okay, why not? One day, Jatila became so frustrated, so fried to the max. She thought, I can't take this. All the time, just all day, I'm trying to stop Radharani meet Krishna. I'm trying to stop Krishna meeting Radharani. I'm trying to keep tabs on her to see what she's doing. I can't take it anymore. I'm just going to lock her in her quarters and never let her out until the day she dies. That's it. It's the only way to deal with the situation. And Abhimanyu can meet her there. She can cook there. She's not coming out again for the rest of her life. So when Radharani and the gopis heard that, they were devastated, more than devastated. Radharani collapsed and became comatose. It seemed there were no life symptoms except a little movement of breath. Otherwise, nothing. So Lalita came running to Jatila and said, Mata, Radharani has been bitten by a snake, a black snake. It was the black snake of Vipralamba, separation from Krishna. She's going to die. You got to do something. Jatila came running in and saw there's Radharani just prostrate, unconscious. And Jatila said, we got to get a snake doctor somehow, somewhere. Where's the snake doctor? Where can we find one? Suddenly Radharani put up her head and said, no male snake doctor, I don't want any man touching me. And then she put her head down and became comatose. Jatila went running out. She found Purnamasi. Purnamasi said, well, there is one young Brahmin girl who's just visiting here from Mathura. I have heard she knows the mantras to cure snake bite. Jatila said, where is she? Where is she? Take me to her. So they met, this young girl. Her name was Vidyavali. She was extremely dark-skinned, if that gives a hint. And extremely beautiful. Did you get the hint yet? Okay. So Jatila begged her, please, you gotta come, please come now, please come, save Radharani, please. You gotta come with me, please. Vidyavali said, well, I don't know. She said, actually, no, I don't think I can come. Because I've heard that in this district, there is this one young boy they call Krishna, who is a very bad character. And if even his eyes were to touch me, just his vision were to touch me, it would be intolerable. So I don't think I'll come, sorry. But Jatila, see, her mood of concern for Radharani, so strong. Jatila said, no, you've got to go. Please, please, I'll do anything. I'll give you anything, anything. I'll become your slave for the rest of my life. Anything, just tell me. But you must come. So after a while, Vidyavali said, all right, if you insist. And they came here. So Vidyavali, they went into Radharani's quarters. There was Radharani lying there. But when Vidyavali walked in, Radharani, who otherwise was like, there were no symptoms of life, suddenly she started shivering. This is one of the sattvika bhavas, shivering of the body. Her hairs started standing on end. Goose pimples started appearing on her skin. All the classic symptoms of love for Krishna. And Jatila was wondering, why is this happening? And Vidyavali said, don't worry. These are symptoms of advanced snakebite poisoning. I can see we have a very serious case. You will all have to go out. I will have to chant the most secret mantras. No one else can hear, otherwise they won't work. So you must go out. I will lock the door from the inside. You don't come back until I call you. And I will try, although it will be very difficult, I will try to save the life of this girl. So Jatila said, yes, we'll go out, we'll stay out. Out they went. Vidyavali locked the door from the inside. Immediately Radharani was in ecstasy. They started having transcendental pastimes for about an hour or two. Then they forgot about the snakebite situation. Then after a while, Jatila knocked on the door. What's happening? Is she all right? Then